Morning, guys. It's really quite early here this morning, and what I'm sitting here to talk about is how I'm creating my busy. Um, my life is very, very busy, okay? But I'm aware that I'm actually creating that. And even to the fact that I have just come here this morning and I've sat down and I've talked about my busy before I've even said, I hope you're feeling all fantastic and the rest of it. So I'm very much aware that I'm focused on my very, very busy reality that I'm creating. And I know that I'm more than capable of doing anything that I want to do. And even though I'm not really sure what that's about, this pull to come and do these videos is part of my process. I'm very aware of this being part of my purpose, having sort of found this amazing, wonderful place within of complete calmness, stillness, and oneness, with myself and everything around me. I'm very aware that I'm still creating my busy, my crazy busy schedule where I have to do X, Y, and Z and the rest of it. And I suppose if I sort of put a vision on it for people to understand, it's very much like I'm like a Jeep. And I got these things, I like Jeeps, convertible Jeeps that the roof come off, and I got this sort of thing with that. That's one of my sort of likes then. But it's like as if I know I can go and I can ride up the sand dunes, I can go and do all this, I can experience all these wonderful things that are ahead of me. But it's like as if the back wheel, only the back wheel, is stuck very much in the mud. Okay? And I know for now it has to be very much stuck in the mud. And I'm sort of looking at ways to sort of pull myself out of this mud, try a bit of this rope, maybe this will work and the rest of it. But I know for this time, in this particular time span, I have to be sort of stuck in this mud just for a little bit longer. Not much longer at all. Because for me it's about tying up loose ends, and sort of making sure everything that I've sort of learned in this sort of I suppose it's been a little path, but it's it's been a very enlightening path, and part where I've stopped. When I talked about the rock where you sit and you talk, and you get something from that rock, and that's very much where I'm at the minute. So I need to sort of tie up loose ends, and before I can sort of get this back wheel out of this mud that I'm stuck in, and then just go, it's like I say, she's gone, she's off, wherever that is going to be. But I do know, wherever that is, this is part of my purpose. Me just blabbering here, and even if it's about me listening to myself and reflecting on things that I'm saying to myself, this is all part of the purpose, my purpose, So even though I'm very much stuck at the minute in this sort of busy schedule and sort of trying to fit in X, Y, and Z, do this, do that, do this, do that, do this, do that, I know I'm creating that, but I also know that I'm very much only the back wheel is stuck at the moment, But I'm making it fun. I'm learning from the experience itself, and tying up some loose ends and just putting them in pretty bows because I want to and I can. So it's all very much about endings, with a lot of aspects of my life, and that is fantastic because I know there's new beginnings around the corner. So I'm learning from the experience of all that. So what I'm going to talk about today is how we carry other people's energy. Okay, how I carry other people's energy, I should say, but I know a lot of people do that as well. When you utilize your empathic ability, like I said, every single one of us have got this. Every single one of us has this ability, but we choose to not use it or use it. It's like everybody has the ability to become psychic. Every single human being has the ability. They sensory perceptions, that we're all born with, but we just don't tap into them at any one particular point. So my empathic ability, which is what has sort of taken me on the route that I've been in professionally, for probably the biggest part of my working life, really. And I've sort of been looking about how I can stop carrying other people's energy, because even though it's the thought processes, and I have to be very conscious of what people are thinking. And I'm saying thinking because the thoughts are there and then they put them out there. So they put them out there and they talk about their thoughts, yeah? So whatever's in their head they talk about, even though I can almost sense what's there and what's coming next, they put it out there. So I've been thinking about sort of different ways really that I need to sort of stop carrying their energy with regards to sort of that. Even though it's the thoughts, I can sort of switch off, you know, and be in this wonderful place from that video that I watched yesterday from Moji. It wasn't yesterday, it was the day before. But I want to develop that aspect, you know, that is something that I'm actually working on now. So I need to sort of really sort of think about who I'm letting into my world, you know, whose vibrational energy do I want to align with now, and how I can start paying attention to basically what other people want me to think about, you know, needing my attention, needing me to be consumed by the thoughts of them or thoughts of what they're experiencing. So I need to really stop paying attention to all that stuff. You know, be in the moment, be in the here and now. You know, yeah, okay, that's where you are. Okay, work with that. That's where you are. The other person is. That's where they are, and that's fine. But then as soon as that conversation is over, I need to stop focusing on thinking about that person or thinking about where that person is, or ways that, you know, interventions that can be put into place to help that particular person. And I'm not talking just professionally here, I'm talking personally as well, you know, with my personal interactions with people. So I really need to stop thinking about who I pay attention to and just breathe, you know, from that Moji video that I watched on, you know, I had to get so lost with the days with all my shift works, but Saturday today, on Thursday, the video I watched from Moji on Thursday, about how I just need to breathe and let the thoughts flit over me, yeah? They're not mine, they're someone else's, and just flit over me, and just off we go, you know, it's a bit like that. And I suppose it's about taking responsibility for what I'm actually feeling, because even when I feel that some people sort of try to sort of absorb me, you know, it's like they want to know, they want me to be consumed by what they're thinking, you know, and I'll have phone call after phone call after phone call after phone call, and I'll have message after message after message after message. It's like as if that person is getting some kind of energy from me, with regards to sort of, you know, with having to have my time, have my attention all the time. It's now, which I can find really frustrating. So I need to be aware of what I'm feeling, because even feeling that frustration is part of me in my vibrational energy where I'm at, is allowing myself, you know, to sort of give that person that attention. And know, you know, and completely know that I can't please everybody all the time. Love me, like me, hate me, hey ho. I'm not here to actually live by your expectations or live your route through life. I'm here to do that for myself. And I need to detach from people who have this real, they need attention all the time. Me, what about me? You know, and I've got to stop actually allowing that to happen. I control that. I totally control that. So it's about me stopping giving my energy to other people, you know, because that's my perception, it's their perception, you know. Whatever they're getting out of this need to sort of have my attention all the time. And it's almost like a fix, you know, it's almost like a drug for some people. And I do find that a bit frustrating. But even in my frustration of, oh God, you know, give me a break here, I can actually learn something. So that's really important for me today. It's about sort of creating my own busy and looking at my own busy, which I'm creating in my reality, and recognising that my back wheel is stuck, only my back wheel. And I can fly, I can absolutely fly with all this once I tie up loose ends. But I will make those loose ends pretty, because that's part of who I am. I like to sort of make endings pretty, you know. It's how some endings are very abrupt, and they're meant to be abrupt, you know, it's meant to be that way. But other things are not so abrupt, and they can be sort of handled in a very nice, gentle, loving, caring way, and fun, and learning from the experience. So that is very much about where I'm at today. For me today, it's all about how I'm creating my busy world in my reality, and how I allow other people, you know, or I carry other people's energy, even down to that simple thing that somebody or a few people want my attention all the time. You know, if it's not a message, it's an email. If it's not an email, it's a text. If it's not a text, it's a phone call. You know, and it comes to the point where the phone will ring, and I think, I know who that is, even though that's part of the sensory perception anyway. And I don't even go and look at the phone, you know, because I don't need to carry that energy. You know, that person needs to sort of start thinking for themselves and take a step back from where they are and the need they have to sort of dump all the garbage on me, you know. You know, I'm not a bin for anybody's garbage. That's for you to work through yourself, you know, because it'll just keep coming back and attracting to you, because you'll keep putting yourself in situations where you will literally create something and a behaviour will occur and it'll trigger a feeling within you. So you need to actually look at that yourself. Why do you need my attention? Why? So that's the question for you today, okay? If you think about whose attention you have. We all need interactions. We all need human connection. You know, that's part of living. But it's how much you actually need that attention. So what is the need? Okay, that is what I'm asking you to actually look at today. What is the need within you, okay, to get attention from a particular person in your life that you can't seem to function without? You won't need to know where they are, what they're doing. You need to tell them where you are, what you're doing. You need to run things by them because you're not sure what to do with them in yourself. It's just this whole dumping and this constant flow of needing that person's attention. So that's my question for you today. Why do you need so much attention from a particular person? Because you know what? Love me, hate me, like me, I'm good enough in my own here and now, in this created reality that I actually have, and I'm living my own experiences. I'm living my own, living my own life really. I don't need anybody's approval to be who I am, because who I am is good enough. So that is what I need you to look at today really. You know, whose attention do you need the most, and why do you need their attention? Because you're good enough anyway. You know, you have the answers within. And, you know, sort of think about how and why you need to dump your own garbage, or, you know, you need to know what someone's doing. What is all that about, you know? Because in that, needing that attention and that person giving you that attention, there is an imbalance which needs to sort of be addressed. So that is what I'm going to talk about today. It's very, very early here. And I've got an extremely busy day. And I've created that. I'm aware that I've created that reality. And I know that it's only a matter of time now before this back wheel of my Jeep, because my life is a Jeep, you know, it's a fun Jeep, you know. My car, you know, that I'm driving. And that's what I want to experience. So I need to sort of get this back wheel out of the mud, and then I know I'm going to be absolutely flying and experiencing all sorts of amazing, new, wonderful life experiences. So that's me for this morning, and it is very early. So I'm going to try and get this up before I go off and do whatever I'm going to be doing today. And I'll try and get another one up probably tomorrow. I'm going to possibly just aim for the one a day now. But if I don't get one up, I may do one later. You know, just go with the flow. But if I miss a day, then hey ho. You know, that's where my life reality is at the minute. So have a wonderful day. You are completely good enough, okay? The core of you is absolutely amazing and wonderful, and it is absolutely everything, okay? It is everything you want it to be, and it's just about coming from that constant swinging from the good enough to the worse than mentality. Just to be still and trust the core of where you are now. Right, okay guys, have a lovely, lovely day, and I will speak to you soon, okay? Bye.